Castlefest has so many wonderful, lovely sort of secret spots on the festival grounds, and one of those secret spots is actually called the Secret Garden. And on the Secret Garden there's also always an area with a sort of steampunk village. Well, maybe you never heard of steampunk. Maybe you are a very big fan of steampunk, but there are people here that have been making things of steampunk that's very beautiful. So I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to ask what steampunk actually is, and also take a little tour around this steampunk camp. So please follow me. Here's a gentleman playing the banjo. I will record a little bit of the music. Well, hello good sir. My name is Daniel.
Hi Daniel, my name is Mr. McDabble.
Wow, that's a great name. So, yeah, I'm a bit new. I'm not new to the steampunk, but I'm very curious about what is happening here in the steampunk village. But first of all, maybe you can tell me something about, for the people who are watching, about steampunk and what it is, and maybe why you like it.
Well, steampunk, we always tell the people that it's the futuristic vision of the people in the 19th century, so the Victorian age, and people at science fiction then as well. You have writers like Jules Verne who wrote about how they saw the future, and that's the future that we try to show the people. So that's a theme. The fun thing about that theme is that you have the steam inventions, but you can do anything you want. I have, for example, I have a bracer with a phone in it because, well, we're retro-futuristic. Sorry, that's a very difficult word. We're retro-futuristic, so it's all possible. We can. We personally don't time travel, but there are groups that do and like the time traveling aspect of it. So everything is possible, and there are actually no real rules to the aesthetic, and that makes it a lot of fun because you can really do anything.
But there's a ground rule, and it maybe sounds a bit obvious because it's called steampunk, but it means that all the technology that's being used actually works on steam, and there's no electricity, or how
Well, you can make electricity
from the steam.
So we use electricity, but it's all in that mindset of steam being the superpower that those people envisioned it to be. Steam was the big new thing, so we try to use as much steam as possible, and the gears and the wheels and the leather work, and combining all those different things to make up a steampunk aesthetic. It's all based, we make the clothes ourselves, and it's all based on Victorian patterns. But then you add a twist to it by using modern fabric. So there's, for example, there's jeans in that piece of clothing because it's a modern fabric, but you can still use it in a Victorian pattern, and then you accessorize with leather and with goggles and things like that, and you can really make something original and for yourself and unique. I think everyone is unique in this camp. I really think so.
Because although it's based on the Victorian style and an era, it takes place in this era, in sort of the modern era, only in a sort of different timeline or dimension, where steam is still the basic technology. So you can use the fabrics like jeans and everything. You can basically think of everything that you can make these days, but the theme is it's like it's the futuristic vision of the Victorian times.
Yeah, that's exactly what I try to convey to you. Yeah.
Well, I'm just summing it up to understand.
That's a really great explanation. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And you tell me you create these clothes all yourself. Can you tell me something about your costume?
Well, I'm gonna remove my hat for a bit because I'm hitting the canvas. For example, my costume. We have a story. You told people about that it's a different timeline. For us, it is you have groups that say, well, we're the time travelers, so we travel through time. We don't. We just split off somewhere in the 1800s, and it's an alternative reality. So we have an airship crew. The people can watch the airship through the scope there. It's in the sky, and we land at the different events, and we set up camp, and we all have a function in the crew. I'm the first mate. We have a captain who's over there. I'm the first mate, and my character is a musician, and I call it an entrepreneur. He sells things, but not everything works, and he tinkers, and he does a lot of stuff.
Not everything works. That's a good sales pitch, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell that to the people who come here, but it happens. Things tend to explode. We make music, and I do a bit of magic. I have a flea circus as well, but it's in the tent right now. They have to rest the fleas, and we do things like that. But we have a captain who's also into the occult and is a healer and a witch. We have a bartender, a quartermaster who's also a bartender who's really into absinthe and can tell you about the story and the history of absinthe, the real story. And we try to give everyone a sort of character and a role, and then those people, we always say it's actually because if you don't have a direction, you just go to a flea market and buy everything. So now we can now we can see that, well, I'm the musician, so I focus on the music stuff and the instruments and things like that, and the barman tends to concentrate on those things, but everyone can be what they want to be. And
so it's a traveling steampunk community actually that lands on different places and sets up camp and and everybody has something else to offer in the camp. Yeah. Maybe you can show me around the camp.
Yeah, I will do that. For Castlefest especially, we have some passengers with us. We have the Steampunk laboratory of Cypher Delandrov. You can see them at work, and Fulton Oakley. Everything okay, Cypher?
Depends. What defines okay?
Is everything in working order?
No.
But isn't that the normal state of things?
In this laboratory?
Yeah.
I thought you've met us before.
Yeah, we have met before. But he's one of the passengers on our ship today. So, and you can come and check out the experiments and the crazy machines and the things they have all built here in the camp in the laboratory.
Can you show me one of the machines?
Sure. This is one of our navigators. Essentially, this is what lets us travel through time, in a way.
Time machine.
Yes and no. I mean, we use the airship to travel, but we get up in the air just like any other one would. But we need to find a frequency to actually travel through time. This one finds a frequency, but to find a frequency we have to send out a transmission of some sort. That also means if we send out the transmission when there is an active frequency going on, how do I say, boom.
So it's a very a delicate process.
Very delicate, slightly random, and highly perilous.
Okay, so the trillion or endless possibilities, right? That can go wrong, or places that you can end up.
Yes, I mean we have. Where were we last week?
Yeah, you hit something.
I'm sorry.
Now, yeah. Is it broken now?
Oh boy. Let's see. This thing has been acting up all week. Oh.
I accidentally broke one of the machines.
This happens quite a bit, so it's okay.
Okay, I hope you're not we're going to another dimension in the wrong time.
Yeah, you don't need that one. So, Cypher, we'll leave
Maybe
you.
we go to the
yeah,
next
we'll leave you to it.
I'm very sorry, sir, and thank you for telling us your.
Yeah, I suppose you're welcome. Get on with it, McDabble.
Thank you. So over there we have our scout, and our captain is a healer witch, and we have a medic who's also into the occult.
Is there someone in there? Let me check.
I don't think so at the moment. So this is our scout tent. You can really just watch how we live. That's what we show. We also cook here, and we eat together, and really make that a part of the. You can call it reenactment in a period that never existed.
Reenactment. So there's actual cooking.
There's actual cooking. There's we just live our lives here. We play music if we feel like it. If we want to play a game, we play a game.
So you basically live here for the duration of Castlefest, and it's of course like the steampunk theme, but it's advanced camping, glamping, steampunk glamping.
Steampunk style. Really it is.
And you have the spiritual healer and witch. Yeah, but she's not home at the moment.
No, but they read cards. They do readings with the cards. They have sound scales and things like that, and they do take people in there to have a session of some kind. I'm not really well versed in that. I'm more of a mechanical man, so I'm not really into those theoretical things. I don't really know what they do in there, but I see people coming out happy, so it's fine by me.
It's a very important thing. It's very good that you thought of it. I can tell you there's another encampment. It's called the Heathen Gang, and I've with the two witches I've aligned the chakras of Castlefest, 112, and that's why it's so nice weather.
I think we have you to thank for that. Well, thank you then.
I did do it, but of course that's lucky.
No, but it's been pretty good so far. Here we have our absinthologist James, who tells people about the history of absinthe and tries to, how do I say it? He tries to make some new, or tells the people the real story about absinthe, because people think they know what absinthe is and how it works, and it makes people crazy. It doesn't make people crazy.
Just a little bit, maybe?
No, not even a little, but he tells you why and how that's a myth that has been started, and he can really show you. He knows his stuff. So, and he used to be our engineer, so he has made a coffee machine that's entirely copper and steampunk and things like that. So he's really he's one of our favorite crew members. Well, they are all my favorite.
But it's the favorite drink of you guys.
Sorry?
It's the favorite drink to drink the absinthe?
No, we do not sell any absinthe. We cannot share the absinthe because we're not allowed to.
No, I mean, as in your character in the steampunk camp.
Yeah, of course we drink the absinthe.
Absinthe in the morning is a day without sorrow.
Yeah, something like that. We try to keep it a bit on the.
I understand. You have to still function, of course.
Still function. That's really important. We have another few of our passengers who are they've been with us for quite a few years now. This is Alice and Cyril, and they have an amt, which is really interesting because it's a steampunk thing where people can get a passport. And you can get it stamped, so there are different amts all around the place, and I think Castlefest has a few as well, and we have one as well.
Just for me, I have no idea what the amt is. Can you explain?
The idea is that you get a passport. Can I have your passport for a second? So you get a time traveler's pass. I can show it to the camera, and
wonderful.
And you can. It's a time traveling pass, and if you go to the different camps.
You've been to Fable and Fantasy.
Yeah, so, and you can take. It's sort of a journal if you want to.
A traveling journal.
A traveling journal, a passport where you can go to the different places, and then you can get the stamps.
An according visa. That's
a visa that is stamped everywhere with the correct stamps and things, and that makes it. It's a funny thing to do. Steampunks know about it, so they come and they get their passports stamped, and then you have a chat with them because they're steampunks, so you know you have something in common.
And you're Alice then?
Yes, I am.
And what is it exactly that you do here on the stall?
I'm stamping.
You give the official stamps.
Yes, and I'm.
So the travelers can come with their passport, like this little young gentleman, and he comes to you, and then you give the official stamp of this location.
If everything is okay, and he's terrific, so he's got an extra ticket. It says, hoe zeg je dat in het Engels? perfect.
He has a perfect passport.
yes.
So
A perfect pass.
yeah, so he gets an extra ticket or an extra
Yeah, bonus.
official bonus thingy.
So he can get
Yes.
it's when he got a fine,
Yeah.
but everything is okay. So he's got a ticket
Do
perfect.
something wrong, or you forgot to fill in your name, or it doesn't have a picture. Well, then you get a blame or a fine, which is just a piece of paper, but it makes it.
Of course.
A fun interaction to have with
It's
people.
an extra mini game, sort of. And if I understand correctly, every steampunk in the country or over the world can have a passport like this, and they visit the events like this, and then they get the stamp with you. And then it's a collection they make, a stamp collection,
there's
and it's for all the steampunkers that come here and who has the right passport.
Everything who is different can get a passport.
Okay, even the official ones.
Yes.
Everyone can get a passport, and you can stamp it here. But I think at Castlefest at this moment, there probably are one or two more of these stations where you can get those stamps. But you have to find them, and you have to know where they are. So that's a bit part of the mini game.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you very much, Alice.
And then last but not least, I think, is our game area or our common area, where we try to. One of the things here in the Steampunk garden, it's a walled garden inside Castlefest, in the secret garden of Castlefest. You have the storytellers, which is a place where people go to relax a bit from the business of the crowds of the main stages. So they come here and they can go have a seat on our table, and we have a lot of simple, easy games that they can play with each other, and they can start talking to each other or to our crew, and then just have fun little moments and interactions, and have a fun place together with the catering in this garden to have a place to come and relax. And that's what we try to do here at Castlefest, to give them a place to just be and come to their senses for a bit.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much for showing this extensive encampment with all these great costumes and things you have here. One more question about your hat.
Yeah.
Because you have a pipe in it and an hourglass. Can you tell me something about your hat and its function?
Every steampunk has goggles. That's part of the costume. And I decided to do something different with mine when I started. So I added a pipe, which I made from a McDonald's toy. I don't know if I should say that. I made that, and since then people know me as the guy with the periscope thingy in his hat. So I have to keep making them. This one actually, but it's out of steam now. But it's steam, so there's.
Oh, really?
Out. Yeah, but yeah, it's out.
Yeah,
of
you're
steam.
out of steam. Yeah.
I'm out of steam, and it's you have the goggles, which are very simple, and the eyeglasses, and this one. What's special about is that I can just screw them out, and I have several different lenses that I can just put in there just to add a touch of something different every day.
Wonderful. And in character, what's the function of the pipe on the head? Does it do something special? Does it make
cool? I think it keeps my head cool. That's
okay.
it has had lights in it to show the way in
Oh,
the
cool.
dark. It has had several different things. It used to have a camera as well that I could tape things on my phone that I had on my arm. It used to have a speaker, so I could use sound effects and things like that. So I try to do something different every day just to keep people entertained and on their feet and interested.
Wow, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I think I have a very, very much better understanding of what steampunk is, and especially, of course, what you can do here. Again, this is on the Secret Garden. You can find it on the map on the Castlefest program bookje. And you can visit these guys for until Sunday, for all the days.
Welcome. We have different activities. I might be doing the flea circuits. We host tea duels where people can challenge each other with a game with cookies. They can come play games. They can just come and relax or have a reading or listen to the explanation, have their passport stamped. There's so much stuff to do here with us, Steamnation, at Castlefest.
Yeah, and if you don't have a costume yet, but you still want to be dressed for the steampunk tomorrow, you can just rip out the pipe in your kitchen or whatever to just and just paint it, and then you're all good.
Absolutely.
No, I'm just kidding, of course. Don't rip out your plumbing. All right. Well, thank you very much, and have lots of fun and safe journeys.
We will take care of that. I'll go check on Cypher if he fixed everything. Okay, thank you.